Our wonderful people of Biafra, our very committed and ebullient, gallant men and women, our stand-well comrades, the members of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the leader himself, Mazi Simon Ekpa, all your cabinet members, repeat, and above all our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I greet you all, lovers of freedom, the good people of Biafra, men and women of fortune and of goodwill, our unalloyed comrades who are joining from the coastal region. I greet you all. Today our discussion will be touching a particular strand of the zoological politics, and we are using this our brother who was once with us but have decided to become a tool in the hands of the enemy, Enyinnaya Iberibe. Enyinnaya Iberibe, you have availed yourself to the enemy to serve as a tool, as a good vessel against your own people. You have started making unguarded utterances. Bringing your topic here is because I did a broadcast some days ago, and I received calls from our own members. So because of this concern, that I have to now dig deep in the national development of the Zoological Republic. We are picking up this issue of budget padding and your role in Iberibe. Some of our comrades who called me, please, I want to use this avenue to tell you, it will be serving as a note of warning and also as a putting through. In as much as we will all remain in this struggle, some of us, we will not be tolerating unnecessary sympathy and bias. Because saying near Iberibe is your brother, your uncle from your village or your hometown, wherever, it does not allow us or does not guarantee you the right to come and use our podium, our platform to defend him. Yes, we thank him for that time he played the role, which was initially, it was pre-arranged to advance his political cause in the Zoological Republic politics. I am bringing this. There will be a number of short video clips on the developments that are carried out within the last 4 days in the Zoological Republic here. You will see why we want to tell a lot of you who are embarking on this. We know the IPOB struggle. There have been some criminal elements who have by themselves, on their normal consciousness and by the reason of financial inducement, have begun to misbehave. And I don't know if some of you who chatted me privately are part of this category. What we are bringing in here is this discourse. From here you will know why we are telling you. If you follow the development there from the Nigerian National Assembly, who embarked on a very evidential budget padding, while it is a thing of concern, if you follow us here today, even those of you who are clamoring for one Nigeria from Nududuwa or from Arewa, wherever, you will understand that we know why we are going. We are not driven by bias, we are driven by reality on ground. I will must tell you, using this avenue, that as a people, we Biafrans, we have been kept down so long We are super productive people. By now, we should be competing with states like America. We should be overtaking states like China. We should not be anywhere around Britain in terms of productivity. We should be rated above the people you people idiotically run to today. We are producers. We are big brains. But people like Enyinnaya Iberibe have been used as tools to subjugate you, to play on your intelligence. People like Ojus Okano, these people keep using anything you do, they infiltrate. I am not going to use what the DOS people, their confession about 48 hours ago. I'm not going to use their confession to do the video. I will come for their own. It will be a discussion on its own. We are not. It's for some of you who that kind of information was never to. It was a surprise to you. Since we knew that's why we have been crying all along. We are premising this discussion today on Enyinnaya, and what did Enyinnaya say? Can we proceed to listen to him? Then we can now discuss elaborately. Please listen to Enyinnaya Iberibe.
Thank you, Ruben. Sometimes when all these things happen, you will get a little bothered. Let me say why I'm a little bothered. And if you notice yesterday, I really didn't say anything. I was just watching. I tried as much as possible to walk around the chamber and to cool tempers and talk to some people. Because my people say that when your house is on fire, you don't go around chasing rats in the house. Nigeria is in trouble. And we just had a recent case of mass kidnapping of children. And they're in the bush and all manners of things are happening. So I felt that maybe we should have, this should have been handled in a manner that would have ended it very quickly. And we go on to other things. But, well, the will of the Senate prevailed. And that's all I can say about that.
But as to the specifics, Senator, what exactly happened? The details that I outlined. Do you consider...
I can say this.
Yes.
Senator Ningi gave an interview. And that interview was amplified in ways that wasn't exactly what he intended. And Senator Lamilekon, on raising a point of order on the matter, as chairman of appropriation, and gave a succinct detail about whatever Ningi felt he didn't have the full details about, and that is that there was about 3.7 billion or about 3 billion, not billion, 3 trillion. And when Olamilekon showed that these were for the statutory transfers to agencies of government that do not come inside the budget, which amounted to exactly that same amount. I felt personally that should have been where the matter ought to have ended. And then we probably will caution Ningi and the matter. And also, Ningi was given a chance to walk back from his assertion. Because he said that he was given a document which he commissioned by an outside consultant. Most likely, that consultant didn't have the full awareness of how details the budget is supposed to be. And at that point, we had all tried to talk to Ningi and said, well, just apologize and then let's leave this matter. But maybe in trying to continue to insist on what he said, which had now been proven to be not correct, he went ahead to now raise up other issues, and it is in all that whole thing that I will say reason now took flight. And once it comes to this kind of point, there will be emotions, there will be so much things going in and out, and then of course people can say things that they will say, oh, I never meant what I said, and so forth. And I will also say that Senator Ningi knew that it was going to be a mistake. He knew. He can't say he's a member of the Senate. He's an old senator. He had been in the Senate.
Okay, now you heard him say he didn't say anything in that sitting. He didn't comment. He was busy, going around, gallivanting, moving around the chamber because the whole scenario, he was trying to calm tempers. You heard him say that. Okay. You and I know whom Enyinnaya Iberibe is. He is a very active person. He is a very, very active person who, ordinarily, when he was still looking for political ground, he will deceive you that he protects. He's a lion of Igbo. He is a good replacement of the then senator from Abia North, who is late now. One senator from Abia North, very popular and very rugged. So he convinced you that he's a replacement of that, I think, Senator Isikara Chukwumerije. That he is a perfect replacement of that. He convinced you that Igbo, the Biafra people, that he has taken that place. And you believed him. What is happening today? Now suddenly he become the temper and temperament cooler. When you have your Japanese car, you don't want it to. There is one substance we add to the what do you call radiator. We call it the water coolant. So Iberibe suddenly become a water coolant. Now this one temperament coolant. No problem. We proceed. Listen to your senator, your Ochendo. What do you call whatever he wants to attribute to himself as a title. Okay, we go there again.
Before, that this wasn't correct. Yes, Ayo.
All right, thank you so much. Your ranking senator, Dr. Abati, had asked you the question. Just to clarify, the 500 million naira that Senator Ajaribe had mentioned that was given to ranking senators for constituency projects. Did you get that 500 million naira? And what was can you clarify what the use or what the purpose of that money was for?
I never got 500 million. I think Jaribe tried to clarify his statement, and he came back subsequently to say, no, Ningi told me I was given and all that kind of, and he didn't get. He's also a ranking senator. So I think that at the end of the day, what you see really is that well, I'm an Abga senator, and I'm the only Abga senator in the Senate. Maybe being a minority of a minority, they didn't consider me worthy of being given. Nobody told me.
Do you know of anyone, any senator who received that amount of money?
I wanted to say, without equivocation, that both Jaribe, Senator Jaribe, and the Senate leader, Okwemi, tried to clarify this issue. Number one, nobody was given 500 million because that's what is trending. Even a few of my constituents called me and say, so you got 500 million, would they beg you for money? No one give us 1 naira out of it. Can you imagine? So, and what Okwemi said is that, of course, we get what we call zonal intervention projects, which some Nigerians know as constituency projects. And he said, listen, this thing takes a budget cycle, which is 12 months, if at the end of 12 months you do not get to see what is in the budget for your constituency, then you hold your representative either in the House of Rep or in the Senate culpable. And I think Jaribwe also stated, listen, I didn't say that anybody got this. Ningi said, I got. And I was trying to tell him that, oh, you shouldn't have complained because I didn't get and I didn't complain, you know, all that type of thing. But there's something that is very clear, which you and Nigerians need to know. There are privileges that go with offices. So, if, for example, you are a president and a minister decides that, oh, I will have to put this type of project within the budget for
Okay, you see his defense punchline. He is a soldier, foot soldier of the Akpabio, even though he is from Abga. Now he is sent to defend the Akpabio's empire, the Akpabio's enterprise, Akpabio Tinubu's enterprise. Now he is telling you that these senators that even refer to this try to protect that what this the Senate was doing was right. That there are some agencies. There are some agencies, like he said, this is Jariba or something. That some agencies of the government were not captured in the budget. You heard that? That some agencies were not captured in the budget. That is to say that the agencies like we said, the National Assembly itself, the judiciary was not captured. We said the aviation ministry was not captured. And so that this ministry, these agencies that were not captured, sum together, that it's exact that amount that was not that was coming short of, that is about 3.7 trillion out of 28 trillion. Okay, no problem. Please, my fellow Biafrans and those of you who are from Oduduwa, wherever in the Dominican Republic, did you not see what we are talking about here? People are going hungry. This same Akpabio and his master, his paymaster, Tinubu, told you people to allow the poor man to breathe. And this poor man they are talking about, if you remember, if Enyinnaya Iberibe is protecting Akpabio today, you remember that this same Enyinnaya Iberibe was part of the prayers that was sent to account of the Senate with Akpabio himself. Today they are blaming Ringi, Senator Ningi, for being loud and exposing the Senate to the world and to Nigerians. Akpabio himself, was he not the person? When will they expel Akpabio? When would they give Akpabio 3 months? Because it was Akpabio who couldn't control his loud mouth that told Nigerians that he has sent prayers to all the members, to the National Assembly, Senate members. He has sent prayer to their accounts, to their various bank accounts, as they all submitted their bank details. Remember, this was in the peak of the hunger. Immediately, the Tinubu took over government. Now, this prayer general and pastor, evangelist, the National Assembly evangelist Akpabio, who had to use so much money that was enough to take care of a whole region to celebrate his birthday. That was when Nigerians were suffering, when his people were to pepper. And you are accusing Ningi of being loud-mouthed. What can we you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that it is forbidden. You can never see any man who partake in Nigerian politics that loves the people, that represent the interest of the ordinary man, that serves the people, which is the responsibility of any government. Now, you see Akpabio now fighting against Ningi for telling the world that a whooping sum of 500 million. You will even see more interesting things here as we go, because that man succeeded in telling you that Ningi succeeded in telling us that this money was not even assigned for any budget, any project per se. Enyinnaya Iberibe is protecting it here, that is for project, and he was denying that no money doesn't come to any senator for any such thing, and it goes to the project, this, that. He's telling the monkey, okay, you see this Ningi, you can see that Ningi was very explicit. Now Iberibe, the chief of defense staff to Akpabio, the prayer machine, the prayer coordinator, and the evangelist of Kamas, that they cannot be to Kamas. I will look for whom. Okay, the Tifnubu evangelist. Now you see how these people are against the ordinary man, will do anything that will, they will go to any length to impoverish the ordinary man, and they will protect it, send their foot soldiers. Their chief of defense staff now, Enyinnaya Iberibe. You heard him. Now the question is, how is Ningi's accusation not in line? How is this accusation not in consonance with the reality on ground? That is the question you should ask Iberibe. Did Ningi give a faulty figure? They tried to cook him up. They forwarded some message to his phone, and he was bold enough to defend himself to that extent. Now Iberibe is blaming him that he should have stepped down his ground so that he will be forgiven. He didn't know they are dealing with a very hardened Fulani man. Ningi said he is not stepping anything, that they are telling the world that is 20 billion against 25 billion. He said no, that this will be deceiving the people, because if you accept it, that means it will even be less. I said it is quite bigger. It is 28 trillion, not billion. We're not talking billion here. 28 trillion against the 20 trillion the one they put on phone. They forwarded and shared it was, they wanted to distract the argument, but Ningi refused to allow them to do that. How is it not valid? Is it not in consonance? To what extent? Is it to the extent that this is not really the figure? Is it not that it's 3-point-something trillion? Are these provisions? Now I want to ask, since you are defending this, I want to ask you, did Ningi manufacture any extraordinary figure in this argument? But the answer is no. That is why Ayo also in Arrest TV now continue to press Iberibe. Press him. Oga, you must clarify us. Are you sure you are not part of? You did not collect share from this? Tell us the truth, because the Dr. Abati already asked. He waved it out. The Ayo said, Oga, you must answer out. Are you not part of this? Now he began to rigmarole. Listen to Iberibe rigmarole. Now you heard him. Iberibe now is trying to lie, falsify the information given by Jaribe here. Now that's Jaribe, these guys are saying that this is the truth. In fact, even when Jaribe was trying to favor the Akpabio camp, the prayer warrior who sends prayer to bank accounts and throw elaborate birthday parties as if they are in oil boom, or there was let me not even talk about now. You see this man trying to distract the argument that that is Jaribe, after all, Jaribe said it was not really like this, it was like this. Now it was that, hey, where is 500 billion? There is no such thing like 500 million to anybody. That money was not given to anybody. There is now at a point when Ayo pressed hard or harder, he now accepted. He said, for me, now save his own head, that he did not collect anything like that. And he did not collect anything. Now he said himself that some people might really collect. He told him before now said that nobody collected any such thing. There was no such thing. Now he said he began now to move it that for him he did not collect, probably because that he is the minority of the minorities. You get that? That he is the minority of the minority. That is to say, he is the only Apuga man in the Senate chamber. He's the only man of Apuga in the red chamber. So that It probably is because of his being the poorest of the poor, that he was not considered worthy of partaking in that magnanimity of whatever you will now call it to complete it. So now you can see that Iberibe carefully came there to lie and act as a paper, and who knows how much. Maybe he would have collected something that quadrupled that amount here now. Now you said from him. Another senator here put up an argument. Another senator, you will hear it. Maybe I should wait to for him to say, but now you need to listen to Jaribe. We will continue. Maybe I'll have to, as a kind of highlight, put something from Iberibe's side. Listen to Jaribe. You have to listen to Jaribe.
This matter. We are going forth and back on these issues and coming up with issues of the budget and individual issues concerning what came to our various constituencies. If we want to go into those issues, all of us are culpable. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those issues, yes. So I think that Senator Ningi, I'm seeing about again. I know
Okay, you heard that senator now trying to tell you the truth, to tell you how criminally minded Enyinnaya Iberibe has become, to tell you how terrible this man has. No wonder he has always acted the drama at the national level, acted all the drama. At the end of the day, he was busy romancing with Okezonene Afonsi Iberibe. He was busy claiming to be the national and the protector of the interests of the whole Biafran people and Dindibu, to the extent that when they interviewed him, he said if there is a referendum today, he will vote to be part of Biafra. Oh, a lot of us were clapping. We have got a wonderful man. Hi, he is just second to none. Hi, wonderful Iberibe. Little wonder. Little did you know that this man was trying to use you as a shield. He wanted to use you to enhance his political ambition to get very much ground, being that he is in contention with the APC Kaludem and the TA from the other side. And he will protect Ikpeazu. Never for one day condemned the Iberibe who is Ikpeazu. Never for one day considered all the evil shit that was coming out from Ikpeazu. Just like he didn't comment when it was a theology. The people that siphoned, the people that really rubbished, that dealt with the Abia people. He watched those atrocious administrative madness. And he was there ranting at Abuja as a voice of the people, voice of the voiceless. And you see him, he is now manifesting it. He is not lying that nobody collected this 500 million. Now the person he is referring to is saying it here to your hearing. The man and the Iberibe's group were trying to shout down at the man. The man insisted. He said, you people, you collected the 500 million. You collected the 500 million. And this set of people, this same Onyeoshi, Iberibe, is defending, talking about national security. If you hear him when he started, he promised on we shouldn't know Onyeoshi should not be chasing after, okay? You know, our people used to say Onyeoshi at okay. When that is the person whose house is on fire should not be chasing after rats, when he has the duty of protecting, trying to see if he can put off the fire. And the Arise TV Lodos were listening to him. If not for, I trust one man there, and there is one other Ayo there who will not give in. But for the other people who say they are doctors, they are easily manipulated, and sometimes they cheaply compromise. However, we must progress. Now, Iberibe was there, forgetting that people record whatever happens. There was nothing like 500 million. He is talking about security. My brothers, my sisters, this 500 million we are talking about is not of the main one they have. But this one is the one top up. Why Ningi is crying here? Senator Ningi is crying because this top up, this one is top up for the high rankings. The real ones that they have taken home ranges in billions. I will tell you about another thing. Do you know that Enyinnaya Iberibe was here defending? See what he said. He's in a bit to defend the Akpadio, the prayer warrior who send money to account, send prayer to people's bank account. I don't know when prayers become invisible things now. Now, when money becomes invisible thing and that they send to prayer to account, bank account to. Now he was busy deceiving the people who were listening to him and who believe in him that there was no such money. Whereas he was telling people that there is security challenge in the country. Now, why would there be no security challenge? How much are those men who are supposed to be gallant men and women who are taking the sacrifice, who are risking their lives to give security? How much is their salary? Do they even have allowances at all? If not for when they are going. Now, how much is a captain's salary in Nigeria? Ask. We are not even. The chief of defense staff last time mentioned it. That man cannot even go home with even 300,000 naira. How much dollar is 300,000 naira? Ask yourself. Why will that man not be corrupt? In fact, I will even before we progress, I will paint the real picture to you, my listeners and my fellow Biafrans. And those of you who are Duduas listening to me, please, Biafrans, please, you listening, please make sure you share this video. This one is not really exclusive to us alone. It's also very inclusive. It is very inclusive in that all of those opulences, those who are cheap to take everything, to trivialize every issue that comes on board, makes everything to be a tribal discourse or topics. Not knowing that when we raise certain issues, they are very topical, that they should partake. When we are talking about living this contraption, we understand that even if it's not when if you take the to the stream to bath it 100 times, it will still smell, because why it smell? It is a genetic factor. It comes from right inside. He goat. Why they smell? They smell so pugnaciously because not because there was dust or whatever. No, the smell comes from inside them. It is of their nature. So when we tell you that Nigeria cannot work, we understand it because it is a strong foundational issue. We have tried to discuss this severally. I don't know why a lot of you, and that is one thing the white man noticed. They insulted you, and what they say is true. That there has never been any video clip where they told you that Nigeria is a business establishment. But really, it is. Why you did not know about it as a believer in one Nigeria, as all these senators, why they don't know about it is because it is written. Go and search in Wikipedia. Nigeria was bought. Britain bought Nigeria from Royal Niger Company. It's bought. The price is there, and very cheap amount. I'm telling you. Very cheap amount. Every good Yahoo man can afford 100 times of the price Nigeria was bought. So because it is the people that own the company decide their managers, and the managers must manage in a way that it pleases and profits them that owns the business. Let's come back closer. It is still upon our deviation, but let's come back closer again. We are saying here that while Enyinnaya and his colleagues were busy sharing these billions of money, and he is defending it, telling you that you should know. Listen, in case you think I have deviated, he is defending me in Arise TV. He's telling them that you should know that this kind of thing should not be a problem. That naturally, in the Northwest, for instance, where they have 7 states, that means there are a higher number of senators there. That unlike the Southeast, where they have just 5 states. So you don't expect the amount of money given to the senators developmental projects to be equate that given to those of their contemporaries from the Northwest. You see him in the same budget that Mingi project. Mingi had evidence. He got the blueprint clearly. That look at it. Said some of the senators, including his colleagues from the North, they had 120 billion and above. He said some others have less than 1 billion to their own communities development. Some senators get 1 billion. Now tell me the indices, tell me the rationale that your Onyeoshi that God must punish you. Iberibe, you have deceived our people to trust you. Now you are telling the world that the yardstick, the very parameter for which some people are getting 500 million, and you are defending the evil when Nigerians are going hungry. People who work. Enyinnaya, have you ever told your people, your populace from Abia South, have you ever told them how much you collect? No, he said, now that my people now began to call me, hey, this one you collect 500 million. And we they beg you for money, you know they agree give us. If you know Onyeoshi. If you know Onyeoshi, who not Onyeoshi? Onyeoshi Empire. This man did not tell his constituency people what is his constituency. What project have you done since you become a senator 2007? What projects? Do we travel? We are Biafrans. We know everywhere. We operate across the length and breadth. You think I can't speak Igbo more than you? You will call me Southside. You think I don't know you? I am Akpan and proudly so. And I know you. I understand you. I am a true Biafran. I started with Rafu Wazurike. Yes, we started long ago. We understand everything. You can't deceive us. And we are not stopping. We cannot stop. This year, your deceit will end. And God, you did not tell your people how much you're collecting. How do you justify 28 trillion as to 3.7 trillion whooping amount of money that will stop ASU going on strike, that will stop labor going on strike, that will balance things? 3.something trillion. It will take care of a whole lot of issues in Nigeria if judiciously utilized. If judiciously utilized. Enyinnaya, you are comfortably collecting this whooping amount of money. They put this one, you hide and you come up to protect. While the people from you are supposed to be representing the constituents, the workforce there, the minimum wage of Nigeria, which your constituency, 72% of your constituency constitutes, they are part of this minimum wage. Minimum wage, you are talking about 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira, my brothers and my sisters. This is a monthly pay of people, family men and women take this as their monthly salary. And one bag of rice, Iberibe, is 75,000 naira. Iberibe, one bag of rice is 75,000 naira. And your people go home with 30,000 naira. And your own governor is even struggling to pay 30,000 naira. Your Okezi was paying 25,000 naira. You never complain. It is not a problem to you. You are there gallivanting, talking about national security. The person that will give you the security, you are paying him 50,000 naira a month, and you still owe him. And he has families. And at the end of the month, the person that will give you dedicated security service cannot buy one bag of rice. And you don't want him to compromise the security. Onyeoshi. You and all of your colleagues who are in this evil, who are machinating this evil, it will never be well with any of you. Your people are hungry, they are asking you for money, whereas you have collected your own share of 500 million, you are here defending talking nonsense. Iberibe. You thought everybody will fall for your prank. You are coming today to tell us the insecurity in Southeast. It comes since all this beginning of Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB. Onyeoshi. You don't know why there is insecurity. How much do you pay the policeman that are, if not those that are attached to you, that are giving the whooping money, excesses that are coming to you? He raised a lot of issues. Akpabio, you know our salaries, you know our allowances. Akpabio, we don't know your allowances. You know our heads. I have 5 heads. And by the way, why would you as a senator have 5 heads? And there are 120 senators in the country. So all of you, 120 times 5. And government pay for this. Why? Why? And this is not as if it is based on qualification. These are based on experience and prebendalism. That he cannot even count that of the president himself, not to talk of the Akpabio own. Now, why you, as a senator who is always claiming to be the righteous man, the defender of the interests of your people, how much is the Akpabio's allowance? The 3-point-something trillion naira that we are talking about here. Those ministries that those 3 agencies of the government that you just enumerated, according to one of you here mentioned.
It was said that there was a budget of 28 trillion, but what was passed was 25 trillion. So there is a 3 trillion on top. Where are they? Where is it going? So we need to know this. There are a lot of
Senator Adiola disagrees with the major components of the interview, especially the one bordering on the size of the budget passed. He goes on to explain the reasons why some figures are not captured in the budget breakdown.
There are agencies of the government whose budgets and their details are not contained in this document. Agencies such as the judiciary. The judiciary budget details is not contained in this document. The National Assembly budget details is not contained in this document. The INEC budget details is not contained.
Why were they not captured in the national budget? Were you not part of those people who were singing on your mandate we shall stand? Those Utolensis, those neophytes, comedians. You are busy. You will shortchange national anthem for personal praises. Hypocrites. Hypocrites. Because you want to get favor from the presidency. Oh, the government, when the government, are you not part of the government? It's because of we are living this contraption. We cannot stay with this kind of mess. Nigeria is nothing but a glorified mess. This is the kind of thing we keep seeing. This is a kind of thing, and after this, everything goes down the drain. Nobody raises it again. Well, maybe next week the man will be recalled. Next week or next, Ningi will be recalled. And Ningi himself now will come to now put up one comment. They will now cover everything. It will be follow it. We have followed the system. We have followed the system. Some will think it is those in that phone say it's Biafra that will go to surrender our platform to governors. Their phone say they believe that Babu Chahani no fufu. Look at them. Look at them. We think we know all of you. Please let's watch the next video because we have more to say here. We have a lot of things. Onyeoshi. Open the broad daylight criminals. Onyeoshi there. These are his associates. They are defending it. He said it was said in this budget, the agencies are not contained. Why were all these agencies' budget expenditures not captured in your national budget? Why were you in a bid? Oh, Tinubu was going to they say UAE. He was going to UAE and he took 424 people This is the president who said that they allowed the port to breathe. Now you ask me, how much was expended on this journey? For what purpose? 400. Have you ever heard, since you started existing as a conscious human being who listen to international politics, follow development, follow political antecedents, have you ever heard that the president is traveling for one frivolous venture and he takes 420 people? That is, by the way, it's already a bygone issue. They will do everything and go scot-free, or you can't do anything until you agree with us that we must leave this contraption. This man is telling you now that these agencies are not captured. Why? This now comes to why Ningi was telling Akpabio, Oga, we didn't make you know my details. You know how much I receive, and you cover your own how much you receive in darkness. Why is the National Assembly's budget not captured? Why? Because Akpabio, the red chamber and the green chamber have agreed, their leadership have agreed to become as rich as Dangote because they are allowed to rig themselves into offices. Now, if you know how much that is shutting up after they have taken their normal the normal court. Now, the one that is shrouded in this darkness is over 70% out of the main money here. So at the end of the day, these people will now be dancing home, smiling to their banks with the monies that will be used to make Nigerians have a better life. And this Onyeoshi Iberibe is here with Senator Adeyemi defending it. Can you see why we cannot remain in this contraption? You, the Arewa man, you, the Oduduwa man, can you see why we cannot remain in this contraption? We are Biafrans. We cannot withstand this manner of this level of impunity. We are egalitarians. We are strongly democratic. We are self-reliant. We don't submit to any Onyeoshi. We don't submit to any person who imposes himself on anybody who becomes the only cock that crows. We don't do that. We are productive people. We ask questions. We inquire into what is not clear to us. This we have done, and that is why I am bringing to the public light that their field machine who tried to cover up what he cannot cover has ended up indicting himself, and in the fullness of time, Chineke ga-akpọ Iberibe. In the fullness of time, Chineke ga-akpọ, and that will be very, very soon. Very, very soon. You will understand that you cannot oppress the masses for too long. You cannot oppress, you can try, but it will not take too long. You are telling the people, look at the number of people that are suffering in that country, and you in your own constituency, and you are busy. You are so comfortable. The good man you are. So you said that every office is like that everywhere. Every offices have their own entitlement. Every office have what they come with. Every office have, and he is trying to mean that even if you go to any part of the world, it is the same practice. And he began to even give some instances where during the Buhari, when he was the leader of the Southeast senators and that, and he made very relevant instances. How does this come to be? How does it that there is obvious amount of money that you want to shroud in darkness, and this man is raising important issues? Oga, how much is your salary? How much is your allowance? What is your details? What is your security details? How many heirs do you have? How much goes to them? Then this our budget that is not captured in the national budget. Why? And you think you can always follow it. Fellow friends, thank you. I am believing that you understand what we are doing. I trust that you, even you, the people believing in the Zoroastrian Republic, the Arewas, the Oduduwas, and the other tribes who fight against Chineke, who fight against people standing with God. It is better you begin to turn a new leaf and understand that why we fight, why we want to have our own government is because we understand that this same situation that I just pointed, that is staring you in the face today, can never stop. It can never end. It has no end. And there is nothing you can do in as much as you allow yourselves to remain in this enclave, in this contraption, in as much as you keep allowing this 4 years governmental system that carry out some charted and laughable activity they call election to continue, where one heartless Onyeoshi will be appointed or contracted to execute the will of the paymasters, the nationals, the foreign nationals, the external forces, and today it is staring you in the face. So thank you, fellow Biafrans, for listening. Thank you for all our eavesdroppers. Thank you for all those gossipers who will come. Thank you for all those Ndoshindes ready to come and monitor us. Thank you for listening. You will keep monitoring, keep stretching forth your head until you see this adapo. We know you. You are all here, and all our Stanway comrades. We pray for you, our supreme leader. God will grant you the fortitude. God will give you the strength, the enablement overall to stand these trying times. Your health is assured by divine forces. Chokika Biama will always be with you. You can never be left out. For those of you who betrayed you, those of them who betrayed you even from your own family, those of them who are supposed to be to watch your back and they are found in this evil, for those of them from the general IPOB, the US criminals, for those of them who partake as Onyeoshi, for those of them they call the Southeast governors, for those of them the Iberibe, they call the legislators from Southeast, all of them whoever partake in this, we are promising you that heaven will deal with them in the fullness of time, and God helping us, you will be freed unconditionally in no distant time from any which way. Any which way. God will make it happen. The bureaucratic bottlenecks, everything that will stop you will be cut off in divine assistance, and it will become a story. All of you who are in the Biafran Republic government in exile, we thank you. Just keep encouraged. Keep your head straight. Assist our PM, give him whatever necessary assistance he needs. All of us Biafrans from the coastal region who have laid complaints of the comments that are inciting and denigrating, the comments that are partial and that are trivial, comments that are not brotherly. Please, this is not inspired by IPOB. This is not inspired by autopilot. This is not inspired by the Biafran Republic government in exile. Anyone who does that, do that in their own conviction and their own personal foolishness, because that such things never encourage or help or add anything, any value to what we are doing. We are all one. We are all one. We in the South must understand that this name South is not our original name. It was given to us to keep us permanently divided, to hate on our Igbo brothers. We must come to this consciousness, to this awareness that the people we call Aboki are actually more smart than us on the advice of the British advisors, the manipulators of the whole system. And as we come to this realization, we come to this awareness, this consciousness, then we should take steps, practical steps, pragmatic steps, to make sure that these things are no more holding us down going forward. Those of the militants who are showing concern, please, I have always been there to make your views heard, but I still want to use this avenue to tell you, you must not see this as a medium of self-enrichment. Well, thank God for some of you who are coming up lately. You have looked sincere, and we want to believe you are sincere. We are welcoming you. The PM said I should tell you that everything will come in the fullness of time, that you should not push him. You should not push him. He will do everything in his own time. He have always heard what you say. He's not blind to whatever you are passing out. Yes, he would have given your contact. He would have allowed us to give his contact to you, but that won't be very necessary for now. As time passes by, he is doing his observations. He's a very careful man. He's a very tactful military intelligentsia. So he doesn't act in a haste. He doesn't like to make too much blunders, because it will take too long time to correct blunders at certain points in a struggle. So we are very careful in taking decisions so that we don't go into a regrettable end. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Thank you, lovers of freedom. We have to be there to listen to. There are a lot of our other broadcasts some hours ago, days ago, that you have to go and listen to. They are actually very intelligent, they're very interesting, very topical. Thank you, thank you. Share them, please share them. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. If you are not dropping your comment for us to hear your view and your opinion, please do so. Drop your comments. If you don't know when to bring it, just bring your friends who believe in freedom to subscribe to this channel. Also, importantly, we wait on you to tell us any day you want us to come on live to have a one-to-one interaction on any topic surrounding our freedom, in as much as it's something that will be worth discussing. We will encourage that. Until then, Akpan Asokwo, Biafran Radical Freedom TV, under the media of Biafran Republic Government in Exile, and generally under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his son Mazi Simon Ekpa. Till we meet. Bye for now.